When it comes to Windows software, most people, including me, just use the software they have been using for years. But the problem is the software keeps updating, and the good old software you used to use a few years ago becomes outdated or worse. Company behind the software sells out, leaving the software to the hands of people that are only interested in the profits, not even knowing what made the software good in the first place. So this is a list of some software that were good once but now have been not the same. Opera. Well, Opera used to be one of the major browsers in the early days of the internet. Even when they were not the main player in the desktop space, they were one of the first player in the mobile web browser with their Opera Mini. But as they used to use their own web engine Presto, but when in 2008 Google came out with V8, also known as Google Chromium, Opera became last gen, and in 2013 had to use V8 themselves and sold out to a Chinese billionaire known for loan apps in Kenya. Personally, I distrust any fintech app that's not decentralized, but Zhao has bought 60% stake in Grindr, so he knows where to invest and when, but I don't see him making Opera a better browser at all. So where to get all the features of Opera? Well, the only alive founder of Opera, after selling the Opera name, made a browser called Vivaldi. Want a feature-rich browser like Opera but actively updated? You can use Vivaldi. It's not fully open source like Firefox, but it's what Opera used to be once. It fits needs of many users. I know most people use Google Chrome, so it's a perfect browser for them because it can use Chrome extensions. Even some Linux distributions are showing trust in Vivaldi now. So if you are bored with Chrome but don't want to use Firefox or Brave, try Vivaldi. It uses the same V8 engine but adds more features to it, and you can see I'm using Vivaldi and it has tabs under tabs in Vivaldi. For this feature alone, I use Firefox and other V8 based browser, but whenever I get a lot of tabs open, I get lost and it becomes hard to navigate. Vivaldi fixes this problem. In short, Opera got sold and now the new Opera is called Vivaldi and it's great. Uninstall the Opera if you have it. CC Cleaner. In Windows, I used to use a software called CC Cleaner a lot. It helped me stop startups and do registry cleanups, but in 2017 I felt the CC Cleaner became worse for some reason, but I was not able to understand what happening now. Instead of stopping the startup, it became an annoying startup itself and asked me to buy the app I was using for free for past few years, but I don't know what was happening. I didn't know any alternative app, so I kept using it, but now when I looked up what had happened, the company was bought up by your favorite antivirus company. Oh no, not him, but by Avast. Yeah, so then I understood what was going on. Avast bought up, now it is an annoying software like their antivirus. So what can we use if CC Cleaner is not good anymore? There is software called Glare Utility, but to be clear, I don't like their application that much. I had to move to Linux to have a clean computing experience and get off Windows registry and cache issues. Again, don't use something that's sold out and now the new owners are annoying you. uTorrent/BitTorrent. I used to use uTorrent or BitTorrent. They are pretty much the same app a lot to download legal stuff like Linux ISOs, but there were ads in uTorrent and BitTorrent application that I was not a fan of. It took half my screen, so I always tried to find ways to get rid of the ads and annoying features, but always they came back. So one day when someone told me about an application called QBitTorrent, so I tried it and never looked back at BitTorrent. QBitTorrent is an open source free software that has no ads and works better, so there is no user software with ads in it for the same use case. Adobe Flash Player. If you have Adobe Flash Player in your system, you are the bravest person I know. It has so many vulnerabilities. I don't even know a browser that supports it anymore. I won't talk about its history and the reasons for it because it deserves a video for itself. Adobe Acrobat reader for PDF. Yeah, Adobe is such a good company. They have made the list twice. Adobe was the inventor of the PDF format, but now their reader is slow and clunky. Any web browser can open a PDF now, but installing Adobe Acrobat adds vulnerabilities to your system, so it's not safe to use it at all, and there is no reason to use it because there are free and open source applications to open PDF, and if you want to edit it and to open it, you don't even need the application, just use your browser. WinRAR. Well, WinRAR asked me to buy the full version and I don't pay, so to its credit it works well without paying, but still I no longer use it since I have stopped using it. I use 7.zip on my Windows machine. It is free and open source and have no ads and free updates, so I have no reason to use WinRAR, and WinRAR has an ugly UI that looks like it came from the 90s. Antiviruses. So if you have watched the video till here, means that you are interested in computers and are already aware of this, or if not you must understand it. All antivirus software slow down your computer and also breach your privacy in a way. If you are aware of some basic security precautions, you don't need an antivirus at all. If you are not aware of such precautions, subscribe. I will make a video on that. And for now, turn on Windows Defender for users that are not educated on basic security precautions to operate a Windows computer. And if you still want antivirus, install Kaspersky. It is shown to stop viruses and only antivirus I have seen hackers to be cautious about. Again, does Windows Defender give your files from your computer to the US? Sure it does. And does Kaspersky give the detected files to the Russian servers? Sure it does, but use them if your user is vulnerable to viruses. So overall, don't use apps that are old and not up to date with the current times, and keep an eye for companies getting bought up. To be safe, using open source software is the best way of going about things. Subscribe for more videos like this.